Hi, my name is Geronimo Nicholas Collins. Why I chose the name Geronimo? Well, I am a trans man, and I chose the name Geronimo because initially I knew I was taking a risk. I'm taking a big leap. I knew that there's a possibility that I could lose people that I love and who I knew loved me. And I said, well, let me just take something that still represents courage.
We're on now.
Okay.
So, start whenever.
If you know the name Geronimo, you think of the Apache warrior by the same name, and also the activist Geronimo Pratt, who's also Tupac's godfather, one of my favorite rappers. Two very courageous men, and of their time. And I said, let me pick a name that definitely defines strength. So that's how I got Geronimo. And where I came from Sonia with a Y. I was always adamant about people spelling my name with a Y because they always wanted to spell it with an I or a J. And Sonia means wisdom woman. And everybody always told me that I was wise beyond my years, and I still am, so that definition still means something and still applies to me to this very day. The hardest part, I think, the hardest transition for my friends and family has been the gender pronouns more so than the name. Couple people still slip up, call me Sonia or something like that, but everybody pretty much has gotten acquainted and adjusted with Geronimo. But with the gender pronouns, people are still slipping up with that, and like I said, I know it's an adjustment for everybody. So I even have friends who I don't even think they're quite comfortable using the male pronouns, but they know they can't use the female pronouns, so they're just like, they, Geronimo. And there are some trans people who like to be referred to as they. I'm not one of those people because I want to be referred to with male pronouns, but the gender pronoun usage has been the most difficult I've observed for people to get adjusted to. So it means sacred name.
Geronimo means sacred name.
Yes, Geronimo means sacred name, and I chose my middle name, Nicholas, because it means victory of the people. And a lot of the work I've done for event production and just being a social connector of sorts and putting people on to what's like hip and happening and just worthy of note, not only in DC but other places. I do it to help people cultivate their tastes and broaden their horizons. I never did anything for popularity or girls or anything like that. I did it because I just want people to be able to experience life beyond what they know. Most of us are not here trying to fool people, but still, when it comes to trans men, like I know friends of mine I told when I was transitioning, most of them were cool. Now I know it would have been a different reaction if I were a biological male transitioning to a woman. Some of these same friends who speak, quite openly against like trans women, they were like, oh man, you still my peoples, you still cool with me, blah, 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 blah. While I have to like, now more than ever, have to, stand up for my peers who are trans women because we're all in the same boat, you know what I mean? If you meet a trans person, know that that their intent isn't to fool anybody. Treat them as just as you would someone who is a biological male or female. And there's a lot to be said in just a name. Know that there's a struggle that they're dealing with just like you are, whatever your struggles may be. And that's all I got.
Perfect. Thank you.